Today, we're going to talk about why all the other southern states are way worse than Georgia. We know Georgia is #1 in the nation, at least in football right now. I have asked a couple of my real estate friends to give me the real nitty-gritty about everything that's going on with their state. So we're going to compare that to Georgia and find out why Georgia's ultimately the best. Okay, first question. If you had to leave your state and move somewhere, where would you go?
If I was forced to move somewhere, then I'd probably have to say Georgia. And I wouldn't go north anywhere because it gets too cold, and I wouldn't go further south because it gets too hot.
Well, at least South Carolina knows what's up. One for Georgia.
Virginia is beautiful. It also has a beach, got sunny weather.
I'd probably go to Florida because I love the sunshine and I love beaches.
Place I'd like to go, southern state that is, I think would be Florida. And #1 reason is golf. I like to golf, and there are a ton of golf courses down there, #1. #2, it is extremely warm and I get cold real easily.
My knee-jerk reaction would probably be to say like on a beach, maybe Florida. But if I'm being honest, I'm sorry Florida, but I don't think that I could handle your heat. So I think I'd probably have to choose Asheville, North Carolina. But Asheville just has a really cool vibe to it. So I really love all the artist community there. There's tons of great breweries and coffee shops and just lots of cool things to do.
Okay, I really cannot figure out why everybody is picking Florida. Like, do you guys know any good stories that start with a man from Florida? No, it's everything crazy. A man from Florida eats a beaver, or a man from Florida got his toe ripped off by an alligator. Don't judge, it kind of tastes like chicken. If chicken were ruined. Just crazy things in Florida. It always is something interesting, always something crazy. Like, me and my husband have this joke that if I hear of something crazy going on, 9 times out of 10 it's happening in Florida. Like, who wants to live there? Not to mention hurricanes and alligators. I don't want any part of either of those two. Like, no, I don't know why people are picking Florida. I think Georgia is way better. Now, we do have hurricane season here in Georgia. I will tell you that. But our coast is not hit near as hard as it is down in Florida. And here in the West Georgia area, whenever we get hit by a hurricane, like, it literally just rains a little bit extra. We don't see any of the other crazy things. You just get some extra rain for a couple of days. So it's really not that bad. What is one thing that your state doesn't have that you wish it did?
This is easy for me. #1 is a 4 major sports professional major league team. So it could be baseball, it could be basketball, could be football, even could be hockey.
Now, this one is one that Alabama doesn't have either. Alabama does not have any pro sports teams. Now, luckily for them, Georgia does. We have the Hawks, we have the Falcons, we have the Braves. And if you remember, the Braves are our World Series. So we have that in common. We obviously have the best baseball team in the world right now. And, you know, we're close enough to where people from Alabama can just get on I-20 and shoot right over there to us. That's kind of a win-win.
A very large city to go visit. Not to live in, but just to go visit. I'm here in Charleston. We've got Columbia. We have Greenville. So Columbia and Greenville are going to be the 2 biggest, but they don't even fall within the top 100 largest cities in America.
I have one word for you. Atlanta. Everybody knows where Atlanta is. We're literally the busiest airport in the world. So you can get to anywhere from Atlanta. Just hop on a plane, boogie on over there. Hey, what do you want to do? You want to go hear your favorite band sing in a concert? Guarantee you they're making a stop in Atlanta. Oh, you want to go to the race this weekend? Hup, go to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Oh, you want to go enjoy some nightlife and go see a couple of clubs where we know celebrities are going to be? Try Atlanta. Like, Atlanta has everything. It has all the nightlife, great entertainment, like anything you could want. And Atlanta is only an hour drive from the West Georgia, East Alabama area.
I wish all of southwestern Virginia was part of North Carolina. That's what I wish. I wish it had more land, all of that beautiful area in southwest Virginia. I wish that was North Carolina.
We definitely have gorgeous landscape here with plenty of hills. I mean, have you heard of Stone Mountain? Duh, plenty of hills here. And even if you go as far out, like on my parents' farm, there's plenty of hills there. Like, there's one hill that I will be impressed and give anybody a few dollars if you can actually run up that thing. Like, I get exhausted just walking it because it is so big. But we have gorgeous landscape. You can see the mountains. We have all kinds of beautiful scenery in the West Georgia, East Alabama area.
I would probably have to say a beach.
Did have would be oceans, because I love feeling my toes in the sand.
Definitely got this one covered. So in Georgia, we have the coast of Savannah, which will definitely give you some great ocean spots. And then if you want to hop over into Alabama, we've got Mobile, which will also give you awesome things. And Mobile is a port that you can use for cruises. So if you want a quick cruise getaway, drive just a couple hours over to Mobile and you got it. So we've got oceans covered. What is the worst thing people say about your state, and is it true?
I think the biggest complaint is that it floods a lot. And I think from people that live here, it can be a little bit of a problem, but I wouldn't say it's like awful and people wouldn't whine about it too much. I think it's mostly from people that don't live here that think it floods a lot more than it actually does.
Now, flooding is a real issue anywhere at sea level or that's close to a lake, ocean, anything like that. But in our West Georgia, East Alabama area, like that really is not a thing. Now, if you live right on the lake, of course, you're going to be at risk of flooding because you live right on the lake. But for our normal areas, like you just do not see that often. We will occasionally, when it gets a really hard rain, see a little bit of flooding, but then it just goes away the next day and there's not any major damage from it.
There are two different types of people here. We have racist rednecks and preppy rich people. That's not 100% all true. Yes, they exist. They kind of exist everywhere, but I think TV has glorified that. There are plenty of normal people just like me.
Preppies, I mean, I don't really think so. The preppiest I see is like a guy that's taking his girlfriend to dinner date and wearing a button-up shirt. You're more than likely going to see us in some Carhartts and work boots in the West Georgia area. Now, if you do go to Atlanta, they are a little bit more fashionable. You're going to see a little bit more of that high fashion thing, but I wouldn't necessarily call that preppy. I would just call it like fashion. Now, on the subject of racism, this is a real issue in America, and I think that the South has been painted as a really unfair point of view in this. You know, I think that racism occurs everywhere and that it's not fair to say that it's just specifically in the South. Of course, there's going to be some people that are narrow-minded in the South, but I think that's everywhere. And if you look at Atlanta, it is one of the most diverse cities in the country. We literally have people from all over the world here. We've got refugees from Haiti, people from Africa, people from like all over that come in. It's just a great melting pot of culture and diversity.
And maybe it really just applies more to Nashville than the state as a whole, but people seem to think that Nashville especially is just all country music and cowboys, and that is just simply not true.
We do not wear shoes, and I can very much assure you that we do wear shoes every single day, and we are not a bunch of hillbillies.
Okay, now I will attest to this with Alabama because we know Alabama does get a reputation of, you know, the kissing cousins and your father's also your uncle. I don't know, however that goes. Like, but I have never known anyone that married a brother or married a first cousin. I mean, maybe like a fourth or fifth, I don't know, but that doesn't even really count, right? I mean, I didn't do that, but I don't think that really counts. And another thing with Alabama, we kind of get some of the misconceptions of the dental health. And, you know, I have all my teeth. They're here. I don't know a lot of people that don't really have their teeth. I do think that the hillbilly redneck misconception really does apply to like Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, a little bit into Georgia, but I think Alabama's got a little bit more of that reputation there. And you know, if you're looking at the Appalachian, Alabama and Georgia are not nearly as deep into it as Kentucky and Tennessee are. And that is some of the poorest spots in the country. So that does get more of that banjo playing kind of vibe up in there. But I think as far as down here goes, we are a little bit more country. We're going to have a little bit more slang, and you're going to hear us throwing around y'all and hearing some different things. But I don't think we're quite as redneck as people say. But I don't think here in our area of Georgia, that's as much of an issue. Or if it is, at least I haven't noticed in my cowboy boots and cowgirl hat, you know. I'm just running to the store.
Is that it's boring because there's not a lot to do here. And I will say that in North Carolina, you kind of have to find your own fun.
Boring? Not here. Did I mention Atlanta? Do I need to go over that again? Like, we have tons to do, and it's just a quick little drive to get there. There's the hustle and bustle and everything that you could want to do in Atlanta. Plus, our state of Georgia is huge in the movie industry now. You know, it's the new LA because it's cheaper to film down here. There's tons of locations. There's been several movies and series that are being filmed down here. So if you're wanting to have some entertainment and you're you're into like maybe run into a celebrity, go tour some of the film locations and see who you can run into. Like I know several people that have run into a lot of the cast of Walking Dead because that was filmed in our area, and who have run into several other stars that were filming right around us. If you look on any of the local pages, they're constantly saying, ooh, hey, here was a film going on. I saw Reese Witherspoon in the street. Like, it's something cool that you can go and, hey, maybe get you an autograph. I'll sign one for you. But we also have that diversity of you can go on hikes, go up to the North Georgia mountains and go on a hike. You want a beach day? Heck, let's jump over there to Savannah and enjoy a beach day. You want to just chill and go to the farm. We've got tons of farmland that can be relaxing. If you want the hustle and bustle, like I said, go to Atlanta. There's just a lot going on and a lot of different options here. Plus, we are basically the key to the SEC with college football because, hello, we hold the SEC championship every year. Plus, we also hold the Chick-fil-A Bowl now. Well, not now. We've always held that, but it used to be the Peach Bowl and now it got changed to Chick-fil-A. So that's a really big entertainment thing that comes to our city twice a year. That's always something fun to do, right? And even if you don't want to afford the big tickets, they always have like fanfare. You can get in for like $10 and still experience the things without having to do the crazy expensive tickets. If you have enjoyed this video and you think that Georgia or Alabama may be for you, make sure you check out this one where I go over truly which is better, Georgia versus Alabama. And we're not just talking football. As always, I'm your unicorn real estate agent helping you turn your home dreams into a reality.